Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today's episode of Roll for Sandwich is sponsored by Die Hard Dice. They've sent me a couple of their new dice sets to check out, including this Dark Nexus Hexbreaker set and this Skyforge Hexbreaker set, which we'll be using to roll our sandwich today. Right now, Die Hard is running a promotion through the holidays where you can unlock different tiers of free goodies the more you spend. Head on over to dieharddice.com to get yourself some shiny new math rocks and maybe a Christmas gift or two. Without any further ado, let's get started with our roll for bread. 1. Freezer ends. From the depths of my freezer today, I have this sesame seed topped brioche bun. Gonna toss it in the toaster to bring it back to life using our toast bread cantrip. Got maybe a little darker than I was going for, but I can work with this. Next up, let's roll for Maine. 6. Roast beef. Nothing wrong with some nice hearty roast beef on a cold November day. Definitely one of the better options we could have rolled, especially for putting onto a brioche bun. Apologies to those of you who don't like change. Apparently I'm building on the left side today. Next up, let's roll for cheese. 3. Swiss. Roast beef and Swiss is a pretty classic combination, and still definitely fitting for fall. If Swiss cheese were a D&D class, it'd have to be cleric. It's holy. Next up, let's roll for roughage. 3 cucumber and 9 gold dew. I think cucumber is a really nice accompaniment for roast beef. It'll add a cool, mild flavor and a little bit of crunch. It'll be a nice, refreshing addition here. Gold dew peppers are another pepper grown by Peppadew in South Africa. They're a little larger than the red sweet piquant peppers and don't really have much spice. They do have a nice aromatic, fruity flavor and come pickled in a nice tangy brine. We definitely needed something with a little acid and a nice punch of flavor to go with the roast beef here. This is a great roll and should definitely kick things up a level here. Not to mention their nice golden color sticks with our fall theme. All right, let's get wild with our wild magic roll. 3. Candy corn. Dice, when I said fall theme, I didn't mean like that. Not like that. Candy corn is a love it or hate it confection that rears its head every year around this time of year, and it's on this sandwich now. Well, last but not least, it's the D20 sauce roll. Here we go. 16. Champagne dill mustard. A nice mustard is a great way to close out a good roast beef sandwich. In this case, a not as good roast beef sandwich, but I will take this delicious champagne dill mustard over many of the alternatives. Let's close our sandwich up here. Get our toothpicks in to hold it together, and let's get it cut in half. And let's take a look at that cross-section. If I just pretend they're carrots, well, this sandwich kind of ended up like a marathon runner whose legs gave out 10 feet from the finish line. Let's give it a taste and verify. For those who have never had candy corn before, it mostly just tastes like sugar, which honestly I could get past if it weren't for the texture. It has a very distinct waxy texture that is not great when you encounter it randomly sprinkled throughout your sandwich. Flavor-wise, 90% of this sandwich goes together pretty well, but the candy corn does a lot of damage. Definitely a case of Buddy the Elf makes a fall sandwich. Still, could be worse. I'm gonna give this one a 6.2 today, and I'm gonna call it the corned beef. Heads up, I leave for Iceland tomorrow, and I'll be hosting a meetup in Reykjavik on Saturday night. So if you're in Iceland, I'd love to meet you. Otherwise, thanks for hanging out today. I hope you have a great day, and pre-recorded Jake will see you again on Friday.